Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you for coming. Well, I'm Muhammad Kurniawan, and I really appreciate for your participation in this seminar. Well, the subject of my talk today is the using of songs for teaching grammar. Well, and I'm going to divide my topic today into three main sections. The first section, rationale for song into teaching grammar. Second section is the criteria for selecting song. And the last is the conclusion. Well, let's start from the first point. In the teaching grammar, the teacher should combine some effective and fascinating method that can be used effectively in all phases of a grammar lesson to prevent boring from students in a language classroom. In order to make a grammar lesson effective, fascinating and beneficial for students, it's better for teacher to use some well-developed technique and fascinating technique, and the example of that technique is the using of song. Why we have to use song? Because song offer a change from routine classroom activities. Songs are precious resource to develop student ability in listening, writing, speaking, and reading. And they also can be used effectively to teach a variety of language, such as the structure of sentence and patterns, vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency in communication, etc. In addition, Lowe and Faley state that learning English through song can provide a non-threatening classroom atmosphere for students who are tense when speaking English in non-informal classroom setting. Well, that's all my point in the first section, and let's move to the second section about the criteria for selecting song. Well, according to Eric Sarikoban, in his sites, in the selection of song, there are so many aspects that teachers have to consider. First, the age of student. Means that the song for teaching primary level and adult level is different. For teaching primary level, it's beneficial for teacher to provide an easy children's song that is fun, familiar, but with accompanied by action, which children can dance while singing or act, that will ensure a lively classroom atmosphere. While for teaching adults, it's better for using more meaningful, which is not only contain the grammar point to be studied, but also the song contain cultural aspect. For example, do you know "Heal the World" song by Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Well, within the song, there are so many cultural aspects that increase student motivation for learning and memorable and understandable for students. Well, that's all about the first point, and next move to the second point, the student interest. Student interest means here, let me give you an illustration. Teenagers or adults are very interesting with the song which relate to their life experience, right? Such as love song, right? And such as love song like My Heart Will Go On song by Celine Dion. And another love song that can increase your motivation for learning and memorable for you as a student. Well, the third aspect is the language that being used in the classroom. For example, if student and teacher use standard English as communication in classroom, the teacher also have to provide a song which contain standard English that can make the lyrics of the song understandable for students. In addition, the song have to be based on the grammar point to be studied in classroom. I mean here, if teacher wants students learn about simple present, for example, the teacher also have to provide a song which contain simple present, like Eric Clapton's song "Wonderful Tonight," "Wonderful Tonight." And in addition, and at the end, to enhance student commitment, it's beneficial for teacher to allow students to take part in the selection of the song. Well, that's all about the second section. And in conclusion, the using of song in language classroom provide many advantages. The song can relax and entertain students while practicing structure, and through providing authenticity and context, the grammar point to be studied more understandable and easy. So, as a language teacher, I recommended that you have to use song in language classroom to increase your student motivation during teaching. Well, that's all my presentation today. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Hasdenta.
Okay, thank you. My name is Hasdenta. About song, like our experience when we study, when we learn English with song, the students are noisy, and then can you explain to us the way to make student quiet when learn with song?
Well, that's a good question. Well, first, the advantage of song is increase student motivation for learning, and sometimes it make the student in the class are noisy for learning. But it's deep back to the creativity of teacher how to provide song in the classroom. For example, if teacher wants to provide a song and give the student before teacher provide a song, the teacher has to explain the objective, and sometimes the teacher have to use good method. For example, learning English by song can teacher do by gap feeling. If teacher want student to feel the blank of song lyrics, I'm sure that the student will concentrate and prevent them from noisy, to concentrate in listening to the lyrics of the song in the class. And Faradila.
Well, my name is Erin Faradila. Here I will give you a question. What the technique that you can use in teaching grammar using a song? Because we know that some of the word or lyric in the song doesn't appropriate for students.
Well, actually, I want to explain another criteria for selecting song, but we have limited time here. And some of the criteria for selecting song, the song have to present limited vocabulary, and the word have to repetitive. Or the lyrics of the song have have to have a refrain to make the words of the song memorable. But and the point of your question is the technique for make student understandable the lyrics of the song. I mean that if teacher have to use song that appropriate to the student competence or student level in the class. The teacher have to know how much have to know the competence of student before selecting the song. What song that can be appropriate to the student and what words that can be easy to identify by student or uneasy to identify for students. So before conducting a song, the teacher have to consider what song that appropriate to the student competence in the class. Fajar.
We know that in your presentation, you talk about the teacher teach a grammar, and you just focus on the teaching grammar through song. So that I wanna ask from your point of view, if you want to teach a grammar, do you have another method besides using song?
Well, actually, that's not my point in this presentation. I just talking about how to use song in the teaching grammar, so we can talk it later. Well, guys, that's all my presentation today, and it's bringing me to the end of my presentation. And I will close my presentation by saying Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.